He said comedy was under attack, but now he takes it all back. But it's not gold, Jerry, gold, when your speech gets controlled. Welcome to Who Got to Him. Tonight, Jerry Seinfeld changes his anti-woke tune. For years, he railed against the chilling effect of political correctness on comedy, laying the blame squarely on the feet of the extreme left. Not anymore. Here's how he explained it on a recent podcast.
Here's two things I regret saying and I have to take back.
Okay.
I said I don't play colleges because the kids are too PC and you can't do comedy for them.
Right.
Not true. First of all, I never said it, but if you think I said it, it's not true. I play colleges all the time. The other thing, I did an interview with The New Yorker, and I said that the extreme left has suppressed the art of comedy. I did say that.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not true.
No?
No. So I don't think as I said, the extreme left has done anything to inhibit the art of comedy.
Right.
I'm taking that back now officially.
I think he was blinking help. So what made Jerry go from master of his own domain to afraid to complain? It can't be financial pressures, since he's worth roughly $200 zillion. And since when is it not his business to criticize where the culture's at? This is a guy who made $1 billion complaining about how his date ate peas. But if I had to guess, I'd say he got tired of getting nagged by his liberal friends. So this time, the only shrinkage was off his balls. Jeff, who got to him?
The segment's called Who Got to Him, and this has Newman written all over it. Has to be Newman. I will say this, though. I'm a big fan of Tom Papa, which was what that podcast was on. And I'm a huge fan of Jerry Seinfeld, actually.
Yeah.
What I think, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but what I think he was trying to be reasonable and just say, like, hey, I've got a lot of, like, left friends. I have a lot of liberal friends. I work with a lot of liberal comedians. I shouldn't have framed it that way against the left. But he did keep repeating, it's not the extreme left.
Yes.
You should be against the extreme left.
Yeah.
They're the extreme left, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a conservative Republican, but I'm against the extreme right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very against the extreme right. They go too far. They're, I don't know, extreme.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So I don't know why he wants to push himself away from the extreme left. He also retook something back later in the podcast where he talked against toxic masculinity. And he's like, no, but we do need masculinity. We just don't need it to be toxic. And that was a really reasonable way to frame it.
Yeah.
I think the left is fine. The extreme left is the problem. And I think that's what he maybe meant. I hope he sees this and goes, this young man gets me. That's what I hope.
Joe? Who got to him?
I don't know. It makes you wonder, like, how much money do you need to have for it to be FU money?
Yeah.
And not worry about it. I mean,
Yeah.
he can set fire to a Porsche every weekend just for the hell of it if he wants to.
He's done that.
He has just to laugh. It's very, very strange. And, do I think comedy should have no one telling you what to do and all that? And I say absolutely, but at the same time, if you show me enough money, I will say whatever you want. I am your little whore for the right. You can leave the money on the nightstand if you want. I have no principles when it comes to that. But I think to say that the left has lost comedy, I mean, look what's happening here and compare it to how painfully unfunny a lot of these other shows are. And I think part of the problem is they're so obsessed with Trump that they haven't realized that you cannot exaggerate him because he's already done it.
Yes.
You can't exaggerate him. He's already 1,000% Trump. Think about it. When he got shot, people said, oh, is he going to show up with a Band-Aid on his ear? He walked in with 1-800 mattress on his shoulder.
Yeah.
So they don't get it. So these other conversations to me, it's funny is funny, and if you don't like it, don't go. I miss when he was crabby, cranky Jerry, telling people funny is what mattered, because funny is what matters to comedy.
Kat, who got to him?
I don't know if anybody... maybe he's like reading the comments.
Yeah, that could be it.
That could be because
Don't read the comments.
Those are always the worst takes. But sometimes, I mean, again, I thought at first when I saw this, what he was going to say is that there's people on both sides who are offended by jokes, which there are.
Of course,
there definitely are. A lot of the people who will call other people woke will get really upset at me if I say or.
Yes.
Like really, like you're gonna be somebody's mother, and like watch me still do it. You know. The man who ran out of my show in Milwaukee screaming that I was morally reprehensible was a conservative. But what he's talking about here, you have to acknowledge that what he was talking about here, these extreme, the people who are saying you can't, entire subjects are off limits, you can't make jokes about anything, and the offended person's always right. Yes, that does ruin comedy.
Yeah.
Because someone's always going to be offended by any joke.
Yes.
Everybody's got different sensibilities about different things. You can say anything and find someone who'll be offended by it. So I think the view that people discuss when we talk about this is the offended person's always right. That does destroy comedy. Because if there is, nobody could ever make a joke again.
Exactly. Who got to him, Lee?
So there's a possibility, small chance that it's Mr. Bookman found that Jerry still owed for an overdue library book, but more likely the soup Nazi.
Yes.
You know, he loves the mulligatawny soup, Jerry and his friends. And even if you want the free bread, or you're George Costanza, or you're Elaine and you like your Al Pacino scent of a woman accents, at the end of the day, you realize that in order to get your mulligatawny soup, you better not piss off the soup Nazi. So that's where I'm putting my money.
You know, you brought up Elaine. That's where it came from, I bet.
Yeah, real life Elaine. Yeah,
Yeah,
good chance.
yeah. Because
Yeah, I like
I'm telling
TV
you,
Elaine.
it's like guys realize they can't say what they want, what they really feel, or else they'll get on by the women around them. So I blame all the women. All the women. I'm kidding.
That's
of
good.
course.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Up next, a pro-Hamas clown ripped the wrong flag.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.